Welcome to 7 News This Week. I'm Thebin Cassoon. Today we're taking a closer look at some of the most impactful stories taking place in our community. First, a new business just opened ensuring that all brides feel their best on their special day. And the 2 pro athletes returning to Buffalo this week to give back.
You know, this is my giving back to the community that I love so much.
But first, you can expect another bill to be higher next month as Spectrum announced this week that it will be raising rates. 7 News reporter Michael Schwartz learns what prices you can expect and how many customers are planning to cut the cord.
When you get your next Spectrum bill, expect to see a higher price.
I don't like it. It's not fair. The rates go up, the quality of service goes down.
Yeah, they do raise almost every year.
Spectrum announced that starting next billing cycle, customers will see internet and bundled voice services each increase by $5 per month, and a $1 monthly increase for a broadcast TV surcharge.
I feel like I'm wondering what the reason is for the raise, because especially when you've been a customer for 5+ years.
Still, customers like Anthony tells me he's satisfied with his Spectrum service.
I'm happy with it. I like it a lot.
Spectrum tells me TV programmers continue to raise fees annually to carry their content, driving higher costs across the entire industry, which they say they are then passing these increased fees onto viewers. Meantime, other customers like Elena tells me Spectrum's quality just isn't worth the price.
Sometimes like it'll cut out and then it'll pop back on. Sometimes it won't pop back on, so you gotta unplug the router or plug it back in, or sometimes order another router.
I have Spectrum internet. I watch TV at times, it buffers and this, that, and the third. So, you know, I'm really not happy.
I have cable, but I'm normally on a Fire Stick, so.
In fact, more than half of Americans are cord cutters, meaning they no longer pay for cable TV. That's according to a report by Insider Intelligence. It states more than 54% of Americans will no longer have cable TV by the end of this year. The main reason, the price. Instead, just paying for internet through Spectrum or not to stream their favorite news, sports, and programs on apps like YouTube TV, Peacock, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and more.
We have select shows that we like to watch, and we like to watch them when we want to watch them.
Really just watch like YouTube stuff online.
It has what I want when I want kind of a deal, and you know, there's not really commercials and stuff like that.
I don't got time to sit there and watch that stuff, man.
Netflix and Hulu.
Netflix?
Fire Stick and Roku.
Some tell me they can't cut the cord just yet, as it would intercept the connection to their favorite team.
Need the cable for the Bills games.
It's important to note, Spectrum tells me any customer with Spectrum Internet or faster who is currently paying the regular price for their service and is enrolled in AutoPay or enrolls in AutoPay now will receive a recurring $5 per month discount, resulting in no effect change to the price of Spectrum Internet. Michael Schwartz, 7 News Buffalo.
If you have any plans for a road trip down the 90 here, you'll probably notice some new and modernized rest stops. This one just opened on Thursday, and so far the reviews are positive. It's road trip season.
Pittsburgh to Schenectady.
Taking a vacation, 1-week vacation with my family.
This renovated service area is just one of 27 that are being redeveloped as part of a $450 million investment plan. Right now, 10 are open while 10 more are under construction. And it's safe to say Justin Tomko is pleased with this stop.
When I walked in here, I said, this is probably the nicest rest stop I have ever been in. But I'm not a rest stop connoisseur, so I would just say that I'm very impressed with this rest stop.
Tomko is traveling through Western New York for a work trip and says he likes what he sees.
I really like the vibe, the lighting. Looks like you can just like sit anywhere, and it's actually a comfortable space. I'm a snacks person, so when I saw the snack stuff, I was like, this is where I'm at.
While some opted for Apple Green's wide selection of snacks, ready-to-go meals, locally sourced products, or New York-themed souvenirs, others like Janesh Mahalingam were thrilled with the fast food options.
When I was a kid, there was no options. I mean, there were some options, but not a lot. Now you can do it. Look, you have a gift shop. You can even buy stuff. You have a fast food over there, Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, Popeyes. I mean, who doesn't love Popeyes?
You gotta get that chicken.
You got to.
The New York State Thruway Authority says the new rest stops will vary in size and services based on sales history and traffic data collected over the last 10 years. So while some spots may be smaller, this spot in Pembroke is more than 20,000 square feet.
It seems like you could actually hang out here, and it's really nice.
I'm with your family and friends. best place.
Now, I'm told there are plans to add a 5th food option here, Panera Bread, but there's no timeline just yet on when that will open. In Pembroke, Krista Moran, 7 News.
Beautiful. Shopping for a wedding dress is supposed to be fun. Does it feel nice and light?
Oh, yeah.
And if you book a VIP appointment at New Ivory Bridal in East Aurora, you will get the full experience, a private room, champagne, a charcuterie board, and plenty of options for plus-size brides. Oh, I love this one. Is this your favorite one?
No.
While Kristen Hauk loves a lot of dresses here, she only has eyes for one. This is it.
This is
the dress.
This is my dress.
Her favorite wedding dress, but the problem is she found it 5 years too late. You see, Kristen got married 5 years ago. But when she went shopping for a gown, she says there weren't a lot of options for plus-size women, and she had to settle.
I went to 5 stores and was not able to find a fitted gown that I could try on.
So why is she trying on dresses years after her wedding? This is her store. She recently opened New Ivory Bridal so plus-size women can have a better shopping experience than she did.
We wanted a huge space because plus-size people have spent their whole lives trying to fit into a non-plus-size world.
She says everything from the dresses to the space are designed to make a mid to plus-size bride feel comfortable.
We wanted a space with higher ceilings. Our doorways are larger. Our furniture is nice and big and plush.
So you want brides to come in here and have a good experience.
Yes.
And her partner, Amanda Lee Shamrock, wants the same thing.
Our bride yesterday went to 3 other stores, and they were squeezing her into very small sizes, and they kept kind of being like, well, your body just doesn't fit into this. Your body, they said it like 5 times, and I just think that's a little crazy.
She was hurt.
She was really hurt, yeah. They actually left in happy tears being like, thank you so much for this. This was amazing.
If Kristen could go back in time and make her shopping experience a happy one, she likely wouldn't be the owner of this store today, standing in her favorite gown.
Its name is Estelle, but I have told our rep and the designer that he misnamed the dress and that it should have been named Kristen.
And you might actually wear this one day if you renew your vows.
Yes.
Leah Lando, 7 News.
I'm 7 News reporter Jordan Johnson, and parents with kiddos under 5 years old, listen up. There's a new class that helps teach your kids about their emotions while also letting them play with some music.
Feelings Rock is teaching kids the importance of emotions and feelings.
I've been coming for over 5 years with my other grandkids too, and every one of them has loved it, the boys, the girls.
What do you think? How do you feel today?
Each class walks kids through interactive activities like playing with drums and playing with bubbles.
Fine and gross motor, cognitive skills, speech and language. We do it all through music and moving and being together.
Katie Webster created Feelings Rock in 2020 to help parents teach their kids it is okay to have feelings and to help educate on healthy ways to express them. The program now has grown to have 6 instructors with classes from Depew to Elma to Niagara Falls, hoping to teach kids as early as a few months essential skills.
If we can get them right now naming how they feel and understanding some techniques that they can use to manage those feelings, it's going to help them long term.
According to the American Music Therapy Association, music encourages socializing, self-expression, communication, and even motor skill development. And parents tell me seeing their kids interact with the instructors and other kids makes their day.
Is seeing her interact with all the other kids and the teacher, seeing it as her first time doing a class like this, right, Mia? What do you like the best? Do you like singing or dancing? So it was just fun having her interact with the kids.
And the best part?
But they don't even cry when it's over. They're so fulfilled.
And these classes are happening all across Western New York, and we have the full schedule of classes right now on WKBW.com. Jordan Johnson, 7 News, Buffalo.
Welcome back to 7 News this week. Buffalo opened its first marijuana dispensary, and the state launched a new program designed to help cannabis farmers. I sat down with the Office of Cannabis Management to learn how the industry is growing here in Western New York.
It's a monumental moment for Western New York.
1, 2, 3. All right.
4:20 p.m., bringing in the
the start of Dank 716. So dank, dozens lining up in front of the region's first card-licensed cannabis dispensary. One even made a stop while visiting from Chicago.
I was here for a passport appointment, and then this just happened to be happening at the same time. So I was like, I'll come through.
Manufacturers like Batavia's Empire Hemp Co. taking part in the Dank event.
So we have a full line of gummies, vape carts, and different flower products like pre-rolls and whole flower.
And for owner Aaron Van Camp, it's humbling after being incarcerated for 7 years for marijuana back in 2010. This is all thanks to the Cannabis Control Board voting to advance regulations that set aside the first round of retail licenses for those with previous marijuana convictions back in March of 2022.
If somebody asked me if they had to go back, would I have changed things? Yes, I would have been good initially, but I'm not upset that they're trying to do something to help transition us back into society and do something well for us.
It's a new day for cannabis growers around New York State. The state's Office of Cannabis Management is now allowing growers to showcase and sell cannabis products.
What the Grower Showcase really does is it detaches this retail opportunity from the brick and mortar locations.
The hope is that the move will provide a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurship and innovation, ensuring these products can actually reach the consumers across the state.
Our licensed and operational delivery only card licensees, our retail licensees, they can now partner with up to 3 farmers, minimum 3 farmers and a processor, to do pop-up retail sales at locations approved and vetted by the office, locations that are exclusive to adults.
Wednesday, the OCM also announced another round of 212 card licenses, which have been awarded to dispensaries across the state. 9 of those licenses went to Western New York.
This was the bulk of the eligible applicants in the card program. We're up to 463 total retail licenses that are out there. With only 20 stores open, that is 443 folks who are either in the process of opening their store, looking for locations.
Office of Cannabis Management Chief Equity Officer Damian Fagan encourages consumers in Buffalo to get in contact with the licenses to help them find compliant real estate because he anticipates a significant demand in Western New York. He did add that there is a price to pay for those who continue to operate cannabis shops illegally.
If you are caught opening one of these illicit shops and selling unregulated, untested products to New Yorkers, you risk losing the opportunity for a legal license. If you cut the line, that's going to count against you when it comes to securing a license from the state.
Febin Casahoon, 7 News, Buffalo.
As 7 News reporter Jordan Johnson, a Buffalo father and son duo are cooking up some views on TikTok and Instagram.
Hey Levi, what do you want to eat?
Blueberry chicken.
Whatever 2-year-old Levi Zhang asks for, his dad makes.
Just, we got onto this routine of I ask him what he wants to eat, and then he'll say it, and then I'll make it for him, and then get his little reaction.
Making Levi quite the food critic.
They're so pretty tender. This breakfast is pretty tender.
But for this family, it's just a dad doing what he loves for his son.
He loves cooking. It's his #1 passion, and it's wonderful to see that what we already do as a family is something that makes people happy.
Their social media accounts really started to take off after the Zhangs released this video of Levi eating scallops back in April, which has now been seen 8 million times.
Is it good?
Today, they have more than 1 million followers between Instagram and TikTok. Lucky for the family and their fans, Levi will try anything.
He's not a picky eater. He'll try pretty much anything. I think we try to be enthusiastic about the food we serve him.
And the family is grateful for everyone who has been following Jack's passion.
Just we've been getting a lot of kind messages and stuff, and just the love for cute little Levi.
And the Zhangs are hoping to release a cookbook chock full of all the recipes that Jack makes for Levi, and you can find all those details right now on WKBW.com. Jordan Johnson, 7 News, Buffalo.
The Erie County Fair has something for everyone. For the foodie, for the moments, for the races, for the dancers, for the animals, for the thrills, for the crashes, for the best 12 days of summer. Visit the Erie County Fair August 9th through 20th. Buy your tickets at ecfair.org.
Go beyond the expected with the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Lease a new 2023 Forte LXS for $209 a month.
Life is love, laughter, and memories. At Emagon, we help friends and family come together to share stories, love, and support. Emagon, celebrating life.
This guy was driving way over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a lot over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a little over the speed limit. Look at the damage.
Who do you want by your side when you're about to do something amazing? SevQ is now Broadview, giving you the power and service you deserve from your financial partner. Welcome to Broadview.
How is Tom doing?
The car accident was just awful, and what the insurance company offered won't even cover his medical bills. Can you help?
Look, I've been your family lawyer for a long time now, but this is a car crash. You need to call Celino. They get you paid.
Have you suffered a serious injury?
You need a law firm with serious experience and serious results.
Car crash, call Celino.
Lease a new 2023 EV6 Wind for $429 a month.
It was a day of sun, fun activities, and
Healthy food!
yes, healthy eating on the menu at Riverside Park as the American Dairy Association teamed up with Buffalo Public Schools to promote free, healthy summer meals.
I've been doing this for 25 years. I firmly believe in the program that we have, not only during the school year, but in the summertime as well. And in the summertime, especially when kids are going without meals.
Buffalo's free summer meals program serves more than 10,000 students a year. Dozens on hand Tuesday for a picnic lunch, the smoothie bite, and a chance to meet Bills Hall of Fame running back, Thurman Thomas.
This is an important time for the Place 60 to be out here to really telling the kids, even though school is out, you know, there's still sites that are going to be around the city of Buffalo where you can get breakfast and lunch.
And for those in attendance, the free meals program goes a long way.
To come here and actually have a really good healthy lunch and lots of activities is really important for the kids.
My new friend Aubrey agrees. What did you like the best of your lunch?
Oh, your apple.
Is it delicious? Buffalo Public Schools is a high-need district. 83% of BPS students qualify for some type of assistance. The free meals program, happy to help provide some important relief.
It helps out, especially with the economy, the way things are right now. Everything costs so much.
As for Thomas, he's proud to continue to give back.
It's my community, man. It's my community that that cheered me on for 12 years here in Buffalo, and you know, even though we didn't win a Super Bowl, you know, this is my giving back to the community that I love so much.
Thank you, Lunch Heroes!
Jeff Russo, 7 News.
9-year-old Bobby Daniels did not hesitate when I asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up.
What do you want to be when you grow up? An NBA player?
And Bobby was able to show off his skills at this week's elite basketball camp, put together by NBA player and Buffalo native Jordan Nwora. This is Jordan's second year hosting the camp, with hopes he can become a role model for kids like Bobby.
Growing up for me, there wasn't anybody who made it out of Buffalo who was really an example for, you know, grew up here, spent their whole life here, went to high school, did all of that stuff. So I think that's just the biggest thing, just having me around, you know, showing them that, you know, I'm here and, you know, it's possible.
Bobby has been playing basketball for almost 3 years, and his confidence is contagious.
I thought it was gonna be a really fun sport. Then I got really good at it.
And Jordan can attest to the skills of these young players.
It's crazy because even talking to some of these kids, I feel like some of them are ahead of me when I was their age. Some of these kids are 10, 11, 12, and I wasn't even doing stuff that they're doing now.
The 5-day camp put together by Jordan's foundation is not just an opportunity to teach the ins and outs of basketball, but a chance to inspire the kids of Buffalo, some who say they are still exploring their career goals.
My dream is to be an NFL player, but I might want to be an NBA. I don't know. But I'm definitely working on my football, so this is my first year playing basketball.
But no matter which ball he decides to pick up, Jordan is just happy to be part of the process.
I just want to do what I can and hopefully have a positive impact on the community.
So what does our future NBA player Bobby plan to do to get there?
To practice more and probably dribble around the block.
The camp runs through the rest of this week with the younger group playing in the morning, followed by older players in the afternoon. Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, Buffalo.
It's not unusual to see Allie Lazik with a paintbrush in hand.
Been painting my whole life. My grandma was a painter.
Her canvas is different. It's a traffic box. Those things on poles that make the signals work.
I kind of secretly always wanted to paint one, so I was like, ooh.
Her finished work will incorporate dogs, including her 4-legged friend Ezra.
So my idea was called A Dog's World. Dogs, basically based off dogs that I know. So like my parents' dogs, and I'll paint Ezra on there.
Allie's one of the artists chosen by the Town of Amherst Arts and Culture and Public Places Board.
So we thought we could beautify the town of Amherst.
Maureen Solano and Deborah Doucette helped select the artists and find the boxes for them to paint.
Last year we did Main Street. Our focus was going to be Main Street. So Debbie and I actually got in the car, drove up and down Main Street, and tried to figure out which ones were the best boxes.
35 to 40 traffic boxes have been transformed throughout Amherst since the project began in 2019. Is the town happy with the result?
Yeah. I think they love it. Yeah.
Allie is admittedly a dog lover, but her dog Ezra is extra special.
He's a diabetic alert dog, so whenever my blood sugar, I have type 1 diabetes, whenever my blood sugar starts to go out of range, he gives me a signal and lets me know before it gets too crazy, and so I could fix it.
Allie's working on her master's at UB and plans to teach someday. Allie says she'll be finished with her project in about a week, so you're welcome to head out to North Forest Enheim and check out the masterpiece. Her art will be here for all to enjoy for years to come, right?
No. So
they could get hit,
damaged.
They
might be upgrading the traffic box. They're putting cameras on these boxes now.
Since these eye-catching additions to the Amherst landscape may not last forever, let's enjoy them while we can. Mike Randall, 7 News, Amherst.
Just one drop. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise. Of course!
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
I got it. Belvita breakfast biscuits are baked with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy to help you rise and thrive.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
When we found Vanlightenment, we found courage. The courage to travel long distances as a family again.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. Gas lights on. It was that bad.
With a total range of 520 miles, you'll find peace of mind in America's only plug-in hybrid minivan.
Now, well-qualified current owners or lessees of competitive vehicles can lease the 2023 Pacifica Hybrid for $499 a month. Hurry to your local Chrysler dealer today.
While so many of us celebrated 716 Day, West Seneca native Jason Gunther was stuck at the Atlanta airport, dealing with a major travel headache.
My flight kept getting pushed back. Then I eventually got canceled.
A familiar face was also supposed to be on that flight. Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott.
He said, if you grab a flight to Pittsburgh, we can grab a car and go to Buffalo.
And that's what they did. Jason, Sean, and Sean's daughter Maddie all flew into Pittsburgh and then grabbed a rental car together.
I sat there and I told him, I did not expect to be sitting in a car with Sean McDermott on the way home.
During their 3.5-hour drive back, coaching became a focal point of their conversation. Jason is a hockey coach at Nichols and says Sean acknowledged his work on the ice and the direction he's trying to steer his players.
It was just kind of a humbling experience because, here's a guy who's head coach in the NFL telling me that my coaching style works. And, at my age to understand this and to be able to apply it. And he just said it's great for what you're doing. And
Jason says he's had conversations any Bills fan could only dream of having with Sean McDermott. And along the way, gained a whole new level of respect for the head coach.
One of the biggest talking points, and I haven't said this yet about to anyone else that I've spoken to, was he's like, once you learn to eliminate your ego, he's like, you will go so far in coaching or in sports. And I think that's why I like him so much and respect him, is because he doesn't have an ego.
Jason says he was able to see the human side to Sean we rarely get to see during the season, making for a once-in-a-lifetime experience he'll never forget.
I think he dropped me off at my house about 2:40 a.m. Which I never in a million years could be able to say that Sean McDermott dropped me off at my front door, but it happened. And that's when we took that picture. It was right when he dropped me off.
Dom Tibbetts, 7 Sports, Buffalo.
And that's it for 7 News this week. Remember, you can always find us on our WKBW app as well as your favorite streaming device. Until next time, have a great weekend.